you did. And so Daniel, you're playing the game, and he mentions everything. And so where'd you get the idea for a club? It just came to you?
Well, it sounded really interesting, and I really wanted to get involved with it.
Yeah.
And starting a club at our school, which our school really encourages things like that. So I thought starting a club would be the best way to really reach our goal and get more involved.
And why did you want to help him with the Africa project? Was it just because he's your friend, or did he just talk about Africa in a way that piqued your interest?
Both, and it just sounded like really interesting, especially the idea of a play pump.
Yeah.
Just was really intrigued me.
Okay, so how do you start a club at Ward High School?
It was really easy. I just talked to a teacher, and they gave us a bank account in the school and everything.
Oh, really? You do? You have your own bank account? Excellent. And now how do you recruit members?
Well, every year at the beginning of the year, they kind of have a meeting in the courtyard where all the clubs advertise their group and try to recruit members.
Okay.
And there we got a lot of our friends to join and other people, and now we have about 15 members.
And do you meet? Do you meet once a week or once a month, or how do clubs get together?
We meet twice a month, every other week.
Okay. And what kind of things are you discussing at your meetings?
I'm usually discussing ideas, we discuss plans for the benefit concert.
Okay.
And just kind of updating our group about how we're doing.
You decided right away you wanted to raise $14,000, right, for the play pump. But did you have to come up with a fundraising plan? And how did you do it?
It seemed like a huge amount, so Gary helped a lot with that.
Last year, I won a contest called Nestle Very Best in Youth, where they're looking for 24 kids throughout the country with outstanding grades and community service achievement. 1,000 kids applied for that, and 24 won. I was one of them. And then when I told the people who were running this whole contest, they thought it would be a good idea for them to match funds set up to $7,000.
Okay.
So cutting our efforts in half.
Right. And was that just the number that they came up with? They said they would give you half the money.
That's what they told me.
That's pretty amazing. So you go back to the club and you say, we just did our first fundraiser, right? Mm-hmm. And then how do you raise this next $7,000?
Oh, we had a lot of plans. We've gone to Earth Day 2 times.
Right.
And we also planned a benefit concert and a lot of private donations.
Okay, and let's talk about, well, first, what do you do at Earth Day? Because that's where I met you guys, right? So, and you said that was a pretty good day fundraising-wise. But I was wondering, did it feel like a successful day educating the public? Because, you got to talk pretty much all day about the project. Were people interested?
Yeah, almost every single person that let us talk to them about the project donated, and all of them were really interested in the play pump idea.
That's great. All right, now tell me about the benefit concert, which I've heard was a big undertaking for your club.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it all paid off on the night of the benefit concert. We raised $1,000.
Okay. And where was it, and who was in it? Who were the performers?
Well, we had auditions at our high school.
Oh, you had real auditions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And performers from our high school came to Ludlow Middle School for the benefit concert.
Okay. How many acts were in it?
I think 15.
About 15, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So next year, when you do the benefit concert, we're going to have to make sure we really publicize it and we double your audience, I think.
Yeah.
So now, you started this club, and you get dragged into it because you happen to be sitting in the room, and tell me what you heard that caught your interest.
I already knew about the water crisis in Africa and things like that, but when I heard about the play pump specifically, it just seemed really innovative. I just thought it was a great idea and something that should be furthered. So. Just the idea of integrating, letting them play and harnessing their energy to help themselves.
It's clean energy at work, right? Yeah. To the brothers, you basically team up and help start this club. And did you recruit friends? So were there some seniors that joined the club?
Yeah, I got a few to join in.
And you you must be a creative guy because you came up with a very creative logo. You just said, okay, I'll just throw something together, or was that?
Yeah, well, I'd always I dabbled in graphic design stuff.
Okay.
So I had like all the software, and I thought this was something I can do.
And tell me about the name of the club.
I thought it would be like a good way to send the message of water, H2 Africa, obviously.
Yeah.
But also, if it stood for Help to Africa, it would just that kind of embodies everything we're trying to do.
I think that is so clever, and it gives sort of staying power to the club, because you created a club that's not just about one project, but that hopefully will be around in Ward High School for years to come. And my kids are just entering middle school, so they'll go to Ward in about 4 or 5 years. Maybe the club will still be there. Wouldn't that be neat? And it'll have like 100 members, and you'll be doing lots of fundraising.
And it's like even if we move on to other projects, just the idea of water and nourishment, it's just like a theme that kind of supports anything we choose to do.
No, it's so true, and I very much hope that your club and your efforts have continue, which comes to the future. So what are your plans for next year? We're going to go into September 2010, and you gentlemen are going to be juniors. You're unfortunately leaving the club, but I bet you'll come back for the benefit concert.
Definitely.
Come back and visit from college.
I'll try and still stay as involved as I can from Providence.
Right. Although I hope you will go to college and enjoy that time. Probably maybe you could start an H2Africa club there.
Yeah, it's possible.
So next year, what are your plans? Try and grow the club?
Yeah, definitely network more also.
Okay. And how
involved.
do you do that? You mean just talking to people?
Yeah, also we worked with an organization called Random Kid.
Oh, tell me about Random Kid.
Well, they pretty much just network schools and kids throughout the nation who are trying to make a difference, and they really give people the means to really make an even bigger difference.
Okay.
By filing under their umbrella organization, basically everything that different teen organizations across the country, even across the world, I think, 10% of what they raise goes back into Random Kid, and it's a pool that all other clubs can dip into.
Oh.
So it's a way of helping everyone help each other.
So you all are associated. H2 Africa is sort of a member of Random Kid?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you find Random Kid?
Well, when I won Nestle Very Best in Youth, I met the person who founded Random Kid, and she said that she's raised over $10 million helping all these little charities.
Wow.
And she said that she could help our cause. And
she did. So maybe is there a chance that Random Kid will help you contribute to the next play pump?
Definitely.
All right, so next year there's going to be more fundraising. And what for? A play pump? Or?
We're trying to think of different ideas because a play
Okay.
pump is very expensive.
Right.
We've been thinking about education ideas like one laptop per child,
Right.
and we're still in the brainstorming stages of that.
Okay, all right. And you like the one laptop idea.
Yeah.
Why do you like that one so much?
Just because I feel like the water, it gives them some time for education, but the laptop is truly more of a long-term thing that will really educate the population and really give them the means to support themselves and really bring Africa out of the problems it's facing right now.
And I have read that there are these computers that are, I guess, being ready-made for students in countries like Africa that are solar powered. So their laptop, because they don't have access to electricity like we do. So I think that's really neat that there's an effort to create computers that kids all around the world can use. So I guess I have a question for all three of you is, did you feel that, while you're raising the money, did you realize that you were also raising awareness? And did you see that impact? Were you impressed by people learning through your fundraising and your efforts?
Well, at Earth Day, when we would tell people about this, and when we first mentioned the play pump, you'd kind of see their face bright up all of a sudden, they were really
like mine when you met me, right? And did you? I mean, what about with your peers? Did you overall people just thought it was a great idea?
Yeah, a lot of people in our school helped us with that.